but that is unfortunate.
Luckily, you guys didn't miss any action.
No
Some
action was missed.
technical difficulties. Jorrit just got a 3-second penalty. He's fighting with Dainster. Let's see, Ruslan, he's coming up to the penultimate corner. And Kyle is going into the pits, so Ruslan is back in the lead. Bothy Dweller picks up yet another penalty. That's three 3-second penalties for Bothy Dweller.
We had a small issue with the live stream on my part. Sorry for that, but shit happens.
Let's see where Kyle comes back out.
Now. Dancer P4 and Jordik P4. They are and Jordik having some small problems going out of T1. He is
Dainster is lagging a bit.
Jordik is going for it. You can see the red in his eyes. He really wants that position. Now we have Rusland and Brandman in P2. S-Boy picking up a 3-second time penalty, not good. But it's 7 seconds between Rusland and Brandman. Not good. Booje P3, but he maybe have to pit, or he can stretch his tires even longer. Just gonna put up in the chat.
We have an interesting tire strategy choices to be made. Coloman's on 18 laps old mediums, he probably have to pit again. Kyle in 8th, he's actually on brand new softs, so he should be quick at the end. Booje's on 13 lap old tires, his tires will be dying at the end of the race if he doesn't pit again. Jorrit as well, 10 lap old tires, older tires than the guys around him, and he's battling still with Dainster. Coloman and Westy, they are in the pits, both going on to the soft tires.
Yes, and now we have 3 drivers on soft, the rest is on the mediums. I've been watching with Booje here for a little while, and Booje is running with some small issues. I'm going to check Booje's times because I'm not sure if he's running consistent. But Booje, only 2 warnings, no penalty. This is good driving. He's holding a quite nice bound, around about 21 seconds each lap. This is good driving from the Mercedes man. We have the whole field, Rusland also from Belgium, racing with Force India. Checking, and Brandman closed in by 1 second, 1.5 seconds closer than the last lap. Now only 13 laps to go. Not sure if Brandman can actually hunt down Rusland. Funny enough, Rusland in Norwegian actually means Russia. I've been confirmed also by Rusland that in his language, Rusland also means Russia. It's quite funny if you think about it.
His name is Yevgeny, isn't it? That's Russian as well. Jorrit runs a bit wide, and it's probably turn 10. He's still keeping the distance to Dainster between 0.5 seconds and down to 0.2.
Yes, and here Rusland still in the lead, but they're holding a quite nice gap between P1 and P2. And now watching Booje, 7 seconds behind Brandman. Then we have It's Danster under a second behind Booje, which is, sorry for that guys, but it's not good for Booje. He probably needs to hold his position so he can get those championship points. Wesley now putting in a 19 flat, a 19.007. That is a good time from Wesley, but unfortunately he's in the back. Coloman is in P10 with only gaining one. He's only going to get 1 point. That is not good for the Williams driver if he can't catch Chris. Chris having some small mistakes, not driving as smoothly as he probably should. I do not believe this.
Leinster is making a move on the inside on Booje. Booje gives him space. They touch wheels. Oh, Jorit decides to join the action, and Booje and Jorit touch each other. Jorit losing out on that one.
Yes, Leinster is now up in the podium position now, but he is going to be hunted down by the Mercedes drivers.
Brandman is closing the gap still to Ruslan, down to 4.5 seconds now.
Yes, only 11 laps to go. 10 laps when the leader crosses the finish line. Is in.
Booje is really struggling.
Penalty, not good. Coloman. Can you just?
We have Kyle going on the inside of SSR Cooper into turn 12. He made the move stick.
Yes, I'm just gonna fix a small thing and then come back to you guys very soon.
Kyle is now up to P6. He's got soft tires, so he should be the fastest guy in the field right now amongst the top runners. Jorit's past Booje. Booje's down to P5. Kyle has created a gap over a second now as Jorit starts to close down Leinster yet again. Brandman still closing in on Ruslan, only 3.8 seconds the gap between those guys. Booje is falling back from... Oh, Buffy Dweller's out. Did he crash? Looks like there's a car stranded.
Did something happen?
Yeah, it looks like Buffy Dweller might have crashed. Probably in...
Well, he is out of the Grand Prix. Not good. What happened to Booje? He's down to P5. Not good for the race.
He's lost contact with Jorit as well, and Kyle is catching him quite fast. Only 0.6 seconds.
Yes, nice. I have Jorit with a 3-second time penalty. Booje, I still believe he do not have any penalties. Kyle, I believe, have 1 or 2 penalties, which is not good.
Kyle doesn't have a penalty, but he has 3 warnings. But there's no penalties.
That is not good.
So probably just 1 more warning for Kyle. Let's see. Oh, he goes in the inside on turn 12.
Watching from the
And he's past Booje. Booje's falling down. He's now P6.
Not good. He's losing points left and right.
George back up again with Dainster, only 0.3 seconds. Even though he has 4 laps older tires.
Yes, tires can have a lot of weird things that will happen. That overheating not good. Booje, no Booje. Just getting his first penalty of the race. He was going so cleanly. Now 7 laps of the race left, with Ruslan still in P1 with Brandman hunting him down. He's gained 2 seconds in the last, I would say, last 5 to 10 laps, and if he's keeping on doing that, that is not good if he wants this win. But I believe we're gonna have a Force India on the podium position.
Coloman is now riding the back of Chris in P10. The battle for P9. He goes in the inside and turn 13. Gets a really good run out of the last corner, and he's passed him before the DRS.
Yes, and with DRS it's going to be hard for Chris to do slipstream. Now Chris can maybe get him back on the next, maybe in the next lap.
There's a yellow flag in sector. Oh, Kyle spun in turn 5. Probably touched the curb and spun around. That's a lot of good work done in one corner. He's down into P8.
You can have serious problems if you even come close to touching the curbs. You can have a lot of things gone wrong, especially in T4, where you can quite easily start to spin around. Then you gotta let go of the gas. That is not good for the Williams driver. But
Jorah trying to switch back at turn 1. And Dainster keeps in front. Brandman taking 2/10 out of Ruslan's lead. He can start to smell his engine oil.
Yes.
It's still closing down. This should be a massive battle to the end.
Almost like my battle to the end in Formula 3.
Kyle gets a penalty.
Another penalty for the Williams driver. Now the funny thing is, if Brandy gets inside a second, they're gonna have problems. They are not going. One of them does not have an advantage. Same.
Oh, Ruslan actually has a penalty.
Ruslan, no, and Brand the man.
And Brand the man does this. He has a penalty as well.
So this is a race for the win. The man who crosses the finish line first will win this Grand Prix. That is basically saying, here you go, free 3 seconds. Now the only thing is, do not get any more penalties. How about warnings, Kollaa? Does anyone have like more warnings than the other?
Let's see. Looks like Brandaman has 1 warning, and Ruslan has 1, maybe 2 warnings. Ruslan has 2 warnings.
And Ruslan locking
Looks
up a
like.
little bit on the inside in the penultimate corner. And Brandaman is inside. 1 second. DRS. DRS activated now, going down the straight into turn 1. No, he's not going to go for it, but he's inside a half second now. Ruslan being a little twitchy on the throttle, but still they are close. Ruslan locking up on the inside.
Makes the move. Jorek makes the move for the last podium position.
He's
made it.
Still in. No, yes, he have made it, but there's going to be a battle to the end with these guys as well. This is one of the most important battles. You lose a lot of points if you lose 7 points if you do not win the Grand Prix, and you lose about 3 points if you do not get P3. So you gotta keep that position, and Dancer, you gotta keep on working to get that position. Now I've seen a lot
locking up at turn 12 and turn 13.
That is not good for the.
Gets a slow exit.
Not good
See,
for.
Brandaman is really.
Yellow flags, Coloman problems, and he have retired from the Grand Prix. Now every single finishing.
Brandaman has made the move. He's in the lead.
No, Ruslan.
He made the move on the start straight.
Ruslan losing his position now with only a few laps to go. This is not good. And
let's see if they can keep their penalties to only the 1.
Yes,
Brandaman almost running wide at turn 4.
And Ruslan having problems with tire wear, sliding a bit from side to side. That is not good. They're so close. We need to watch quite carefully into the next DRS, but both drivers having about the same ERS. Ruslan going in lower mode to get even more to use. Overtake is faster than hot lap. Do not forget that. Now Ruslan open DRS with maximum pace, going for it, but he's not really closing in too much.
Brandaman using overtake on the straight to keep his
keep
his advantage.
Yes. Now, if only one of them gets a penalty, that's done. Finito. There you have your winner. If no one makes a small
Westy
mistake.
has just passed Crest, and SS Cooper has made a move on Kyle.
Yes, this is a close battle for P6 and Booje being about 2.5 seconds between, but Booje could really get unfortunate for Booje that he lost his positions, and Booje spinning with wing damage as well, quite much wing damage, like a red front wing. That is not good for Booje. This is a horrible situation, but Danster can relax and keep on attacking the other Mercedes driver.
Booje probably pushing his tires a bit too far.
Yes,
25 laps,
I believe. And we have Coloman. No, you can't leave as the host. But we have a small issue with the drivers.
Oh, Ruslan gets a penalty.
There you go. We have
Dainster's
our
back
race
into third.
winner, I believe. Booje, stop and no.
Booje retires.
Not good for the Mercedes
Dainster and
team.
Jorrit almost sliding each other out after turn 4.
I believe one of them has some front wing damage, little spaghetti in the front wing, not being at the right place. On the straight I saw that he was defending quite hard, and I'm not sure, but it looked like he had almost got smashed into the wall, which is not ideal. And now Brandeman still going for it. He should, if to be a completely valid win, he should still keep the P1 in case that Ruslan gets his 1 or 2 warnings removed, so he gets to keep. There we go. Now it's a battle for the lead. Both cars having 6 seconds penalty. This is going to be exciting all the way to the end. So now it's all or nothing. This is like the Kimi Räikkönen and Valtteri Bottas at Russia in 2016. If he gets even closer in the last couple of corners, or if we're going to have our winner now, the Haas in the penultimate corner, going into last corner, and
Ruslan almost loses the car.
And here we go, the Grand Prix winner is Brandeman, and I believe we should get him into this party so we can talk a little bit with the 2 and the 3 top guys. Now Dainster in P3. Does penalties have something to say? No, penalties does not. There we go, the top 3 drivers, Brandeman, Ruslan and Dainster. In P4, Jorrit, S-Boy, P5, SSR, Cooper is in P6. P7, Kyle in the Williams, and now Wesley in the I can't speak. And then Chris finally taking the finish line in P9, the Red Bull in P9. Then, yeah, win on my debut. I can see in the chat there's a good race. Can you join the party? I'm going to send you an invite if you are watching. Top 3 guys, please join the party. This is going to be very fun. And there we go. Now we have confirmed the Booje is not going to get his 1 point because he retired. But here we go. Chris in P9, then Wesley P8, P7 in Kyle in the Williams, Cooper in the Alfa Romeo, S-Boy in the Haas in P5, P4 Jorrit in the Mercedes car, is Dainster in the McLaren Force India, and the Haas running off in the grid now. I am now getting the Brandeman into the party by sending him a nice invite. And Ruslan being invited. Here we go, the Grand Prix winner. Hello. How was this race? It was a hard battle all the way to the end. Now, tell us about the race.
Well, yeah, started highest up out of all the people not on the ultra soft, so knew I was going to be good in the race for strategy wise. At the start, I got taken out. Yeah, I just overtake him and just about stay ahead. So yeah.
Now with Ruslan also in the party, how was this race? It was a quite hard race all the way to the end. Now, how was it?
Pretty annoying for leading 30 laps or 31 laps and then the last 4 laps get past. So yeah, maybe I could win if I had not in the first 4 laps a 3-second penalty for cutting corners. I don't cut, so yeah, maybe a little bit cautious in the beginning more. But yeah, full respect to the winner. So yeah,
Yeah,
happy with my second place.
it's good to have respect between the drivers now. This is the end of CVC Racing League F2 until next week. Now, see you guys next week.